Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Fast. Okay. So I'm going to get you to help, okay? And then we'll go from there. Look, I want to thank all of my guests today. A special thanks to family law attorney Atusa Saeed. I want to encourage you to learn to speak up, say what you think. We'll see you next time. We'll get you some help. We're going to get on this right away. Right away, we're going to get on this, okay? Guys, thanks so much.
Tonight, new details in a local story you saw recently featured on Dr. Phil, a local lawyer accused of hypnotizing clients and taking advantage of them. Tonight, we have the newly released video that helped put him away. And on the brink of death, what led rescuers to this starving dog and how you can help him get better. Plus, sunshine and warm temperatures, but changes are coming, the challenge you'll face during tomorrow's commute. But first, countdown to inauguration. Coming up, President-elect Trump's message from the Lincoln Memorial. Plus, one teacher says his students won't watch Trump take the oath of office. We want to know what you think. Head over to WKYC.com/vote now to weigh in if you think students should be allowed to watch the inauguration in school. Live results coming up in moments.
From the station that sees the possible, this is Channel 3 News, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows. And now, Channel 3 News at 6.
We begin with a live look at the Lincoln Memorial, where the Donald Trump inauguration concert is underway. You see it right there. At any moment, the president-elect is expected to speak. We'll bring that to you just as soon as it begins. What is that? Is that Toby Keith right there? I believe it is.
Having fun.
And in less than 24 hours, Mr. Trump will be the President of the United States.
Mr. Trump will spend the night at Blair House like so many other president-elects before him.
It has been a busy day for the President-elect, who arrived in D.C. with his family early this morning on a military plane.
We will make America great again.
Also today, the President-elect staged a glitzy welcome event at his hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue.
We have by far the highest IQ of any cabinet ever assembled.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, his nominees continue to take heat from Democrats.
I earnestly feel terrible.
Treasury Secretary nominee Steven Mnuchin admitting his bank unfairly foreclosed on some widows and vets.
Our errors were less than anybody else.
Okay, I'm
so
going to cut
it's
you
not
off
that
again.
I'm being defensive. I'm proud of our results.
I wouldn't be proud of all these findings.
Energy Department nominee Rick Perry testifying he's changed his mind about the department Mr. Trump tapped him to lead.
I regret recommending its elimination.
The incoming White House press secretary demanded that Democrats confirm the picks.
There is really no excuse for the delay tactics and, frankly, the partisanship that's being exhibited by the Democrats.
The president-elect went to Arlington Cemetery to pay his respects and symbolically take over the role of commander-in-chief. And more than 800,000 are expected at tomorrow's inauguration. Among them, many from right here in Northeast Ohio.
Channel 3's Don Kendrick is live with the tale of two very different viewpoints from Cleveland, rising up and hitting the road to D.C. Hi, Don.
Hi, Sarah. It is a stark contrast between hope and concern for the next 4 years, between admiration and complete disdain for the soon-to-be next president of the United States.
Trump gear in the trunk, inauguration tickets packed.
I want to see and experience history.
No place Debbie Bolefeld and her husband would rather be than D.C. on Friday.
We are patriots and we are conservatives, and we are so happy to see what's going to happen with the United States of America.
For the group of Burning River roller girls road tripping to D.C., not so much.
Trump's victory kind of shows people that it's okay to say hateful things, and it's not.
20-somethings Rose Driscoll and Sarah Ryan packing for protests.
I will spend the next 4 years rallying against Donald Trump, and this will be my first opportunity at doing it, but it won't be my last.
And he won. Let's give him a chance. He's got some good ideas. He really does.
I'm fearful for the rights I have as a woman. Planned Parenthood losing funding.
I'm pro-life. I'm pro-gun. So Donald Trump's policies were what I voted for, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen to America.
I'm mad. I have 6 younger siblings, so I don't want them to think that it's okay to treat people like that, to mock disabled reporters, to run around talking about grabbing women by the...
I am into the whole build the wall. I think we should protect America.
Each of us have a role.
This teacher.
I'm fearful for public education losing funding and support by the government. I'm fearful for low-income students.
This mom.
And I just hope that people will start giving him a chance.
This sister and daughter.
My younger siblings, like I said, my mom's a single mom, so things could go downhill pretty quick for them.
It's good for America.
This is not okay, and this is not what the future of America should look like.
And here at home on Saturday, the Women's March Cleveland already has 3,500 people listed as going on the Women's March on Cleveland Facebook page alone. It starts at 10 a.m. at Public Square. It goes down Ontario and Lakeside here. They will make a stop at City Hall and the Free Stamp here, and then it wraps up at 1 o'clock. I talked to the organizers today who expect well over 3,500, and they are saying that anyone who stands for women's rights, regardless of race, gender, creed, all are welcome. I'm Dawn Kendrick reporting live outside City Hall, Channel 3 News.
Thanks, Dawn.
Also in D.C. for the big event, the Cleveland Police Department's mounted unit. It posted this picture to our Facebook page showing 5 horses in their stalls ahead of tomorrow's parade.
One Michigan teacher says he won't allow his 4th grade students to watch tomorrow's events. And we want to know what you think. Should students watch the presidential inauguration in school? Head over to wkyc.com/vote now and let us know what you're thinking. At that school up north, in an email sent to parents, the teacher shared his thoughts. He expressed concerns about exposing the children to language because of what he called the president-elect's, quote, casual use of profanity. And don't forget, you can catch the inauguration of Donald Trump right here on Channel 3 and WKYC.com beginning at 10 a.m. tomorrow through 4 p.m. And join us for local coverage on Channel 3 News at 6, followed by an hour-long edition of NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, and then Channel 3 News at 7:30.
President Obama today released a farewell letter to the country. The president took to Facebook to thank the American people. Mr. Obama said, quote, "You made me a better president and you made me a better man," end quote.
New at 6 tonight, a local woman is sharing her story about her experience on the Dr. Phil show and a video that now has many people talking. Andrew Horansky is here tonight to explain. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Sarah. It was the episode where Dr. Phil spoke with the victims of local attorney Michael Fine, women who claim that he had hypnotized and then sexually assaulted them. For the first time, we are seeing how it apparently happened, and hearing from a woman it apparently happened too. Now, we want to warn you, some of the video may be disturbing.
Former clients speak out.
2 weeks ago, Deb from North Olmsted appeared on Dr. Phil.
Someone's coming back now.
So what do you think happened?
Tonight, she worries her message to women wasn't strong enough.
We, as women, have these feelings for a reason, and we need to follow it.
The show centered on the victims of attorney Michael Fine, convicted of hypnotizing and assaulting female clients. Deb used him during her divorce and believes she began to be hypnotized when she told him about her anxiety.
And he said, oh, I know how to cure that. We're going to do breathing exercises and guided imagery.
Tell me the truth. You feel intense pleasure and arousal and excitement.
And tonight, for the first time, we're seeing what might have really happened. Video released today by Sheffield Township Police shows a sting that led to Fine's conviction. In it, he discusses sex acts with another victim who thinks she's using a relaxation technique. For Deb, it's a painful reminder of her visits, which left her disoriented.
That's when everything. I didn't even think at that time it had anything to do with them. I thought it had everything to do with me.
Police officers, step over here. Yes, sir.
Tonight, she said there were red flags she ignored, calls at odd times, inappropriate language, as she hopes her story helps women listen better to themselves.
And I let it go, and I let it go. And this man became my friend.
Fine was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Sarah, we may never know exactly how many victims there were, though some estimates are as high as 25.
Interesting to hear from her tonight. Thanks, Drew.
Sure.
Now the story of a cry for help for this dog, as dozens have shared the shocking images of a starved pup. Channel 3's Amani Abraham joins us now with what you can do to help. Amani, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. Yeah, 1-year-old Malachi is currently getting treatment here at West Park Animal Hospital, weighing in at just 19 pounds. That's 20 pounds underweight. We're learning more about his struggle and what's being done to get him help. And we want to warn you that the images and videos you're about to see may be difficult to watch.
The pictures are heartbreaking, posted on Mutts in a Rut Rescue's Facebook page. Malachi was found like this on the city's east side, at least 20 pounds underweight, dehydrated and anemic. A Good Samaritan found him and called animal control officers in Cleveland, bringing him to West Park Animal Hospital for treatment. He's getting fluids and eating small meals to gain his strength back. Still shaking, though, after an unknown amount of time without proper care or shelter.
If anybody recognizes, definitely, I mean, either if you've seen these ears before, you definitely would recognize them.
Now, the local group, Mutts in a Rut Rescue, they're asking for donations to help with Malachi's recovery. But of course, his story is just like many animals that come through here. We're told from animal control that hundreds come into this hospital every year, one per day. Reporting in Cleveland, Amani Abraham, Channel 3 News.
Okay, Amani, thank you. Right now at 6:09, we want to go back to the Lincoln Memorial in Washington. As you see, the president-elect speaking at his inaugural concert. Let's listen in.
This started out tonight being a small little concert, and then we had the idea maybe we'll do it in front of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but if it has, very seldom. And the people came by the thousands and thousands, and here we are tonight, all the way back. All the way back. So it's a movement that began, it's a movement that started, and it's a movement like we've never seen anywhere in the world, they say. There's never been a movement like this. And it's something very, very special. And we're going to unify our country. And our phrase, you all know it, half of you are wearing the hat, Make America Great Again. But we're going to make America great for all of our people, everybody throughout our country. That includes the inner cities, that includes everybody. And we're going to do a special job, and I can only tell you that 18 months ago, we never knew. A lot of people didn't know. Some people had a feeling. A lot of people didn't give us much of a chance, but we understood what was happening. And that last month of the campaign, when I traveled around to every place that you can imagine, state after state after state, speech after speech, and we had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. There was never an empty seat, just like tonight. We didn't know if anybody would even come tonight. This hasn't been done before. And you look, it was the same way. And we all knew that last month of the campaign. I think a lot of us knew the first week of the campaign. But that last month of the campaign, we knew that something special was happening.
President-elect Donald J. Trump speaking at the Lincoln Memorial tonight during his inaugural concert. Tomorrow at high noon in Washington, D.C., the president-elect will take the oath of office, officially becoming the 45th president of the United States. He's going to use two Bibles. He's going to use his own Bible and Abraham Lincoln's Bible from his first inauguration back in 1861. An historic day in D.C. tomorrow for the entire country.
Absolutely, and you'll be able to watch all of that right here on WKYC and WKYC.com. We're back with you after a break.
I'm coming. I'm not coming.
Welcome back. If you have a school loan, there's a good chance you have it through Navient. That's the nation's largest student lender, and the company has just been sued by the feds.
It's being accused of illegally cheating borrowers. Channel 3's consumer investigator Danielle Serino shows us what this could mean for you. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Sarah. Students owe about $1.4 trillion in loans, and they've defaulted on more than 130 million of those. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says that may be due to problems with companies that service loans, like Navient. That's why they're trying to teach the company a lesson on how to treat borrowers.
Reading, writing, arithmetic. If only that was all college students learned. They're getting schooled in debt, in part brought on by big lenders like Navient, who the feds say gets a failing grade.
Have over 30,000 in loans just looming there.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau just sued the company on behalf of tens of thousands of borrowers, claiming it failed to correctly apply and allocate payments, steered struggling borrowers toward paying more, obscured information on maintaining lower payments, and harmed the credit of disabled borrowers, including severely injured veterans. There was no shortage of people sharing horror stories, like Karen, who says the company calls several times a day, every day, because she's a little behind on her $18,000 loan. This woman, who just graduated with more than $25,000 in loans, says she has to pay Navient $500 just to get an income-based plan and consolidated loans. Then there's this man who didn't want to be identified because he's suing the company over more than $46,000 in loans. He says he made an online payment one time. They took out 2 payments and didn't refund the money. The suit was filed just 2 days before the Trump administration gets sworn in, which is why Navient released a statement saying this lawsuit is politically motivated. It claims the Bureau's allegations are false and that it's being asked to service loans in a way that would hurt consumers. Still, no one would debate that any change to a system that's leaving 2/3 of students in debt is a smart move.
Now, if you want to file a complaint against Navient or any borrower, we have a link on our website and more information about the lawsuit at WKYC.com.
So many folks can benefit from this information.
Tens of thousands of people. They have 12 million alone.
Yeah, right. Incredible.
So,
all right, Danielle, thank you.
Well, when our veterans leave the military, finding good jobs can sometimes be one of the biggest challenges in civilian life. Today at the Q, a number of groups, including local businesses, teamed up to help those heroes. Military service is considered a great sacrifice to our country, but when those veterans get back home, what's next? That's where Hiring Our Heroes and Nestle USA want to help. The two teamed up with the Cleveland Cavaliers today, hosting a hiring event that's putting the full court press on veteran unemployment.
When you hire a veteran, you're really hiring the very best of the very best. These are incredibly talented folks from a skill set. They're motivated, they're dedicated, they know how to get the job done.
Hiring Our Heroes has been putting vets to work or connecting them with better jobs for more than 5 years. It's an opportunity that Marine Corps veteran Timothy Green won't let slip through his fingers. He has a job, but is looking for a company he can be with for the long haul.
I need, something to really sustain me, and just become a better person and, just do better in this world of work.
With 75 companies here, all looking to hire vets, the job outlook for many is bright.
Hopefully I'll be employed, more gainfully employed soon.
And more great information for you tonight. There he is, Greg D, in for Betsy tonight. Going to call you Mr. Spring, Greg.
Oh, I'm bringing the spring weather back in here. Yeah, it is nice out there. Temperatures today made it up into the 40s. I hope you caught a little bit of sunshine midday today. And although that sunshine's not returning, the spring temperatures are. For the snow lovers out there, this is going to be a long waiting game before we get anything back on the ground here in Northeast Ohio. 30 at Elyria this evening, at 35 downtown. It's 40 down toward Dover. And we are clouding up, though we are also staying dry. There's a live look at storm view radar. It is scanning through Richland over toward Erie and portions of Lorain County tonight. Not seeing anything. So if you've got an outdoor event going to, maybe heading out tonight, no problems. There are lots of clouds to our west and southwest, and those will be increasing through the evening, but we will, for tonight, remain rain-free. Temperatures actually will level off into the mid to upper 30s and just kind of hang around there, so not too cold here by Northeast Ohio standards, whether it's Playhouse Square or maybe Public Square. All great places to hang out tonight with the weather staying nice and calm. We will have to deal with rain down to our west and southwest. Check this out. Big feet of moisture now Indiana, portions of southwest Ohio, and that rain, man, does it get heavy down towards Dixie, northern Alabama, portions of Mississippi. Severe weather in spots too between Montgomery and Jackson, now heading through the Florida Panhandle, approaching Pensacola now. This deep feet of moisture is coming in just in time for the morning drive tomorrow. So I do think the heaviest, steadiest of the rain will happen right where many of you are hitting the roads tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. till about 9:30 in the morning. And the pattern will stay rather active to our south as we go through the rest of the week and into the weekend. A couple of areas of low pressure along this very active jet stream. One now in Arizona, another larger one off the west coast. We'll have to contend with all of these as we head into the weekend, but because they'll head west of us, the temperatures will stay mild. Let's break it down for you heading in through the overnight. We'll start you off with this evening. Cloudy skies, temperatures in the 30s. No problems during the overnight. The problems start early tomorrow morning. Light to moderate rain. Nothing too huge here. I don't think flooding will be a concern, but it's the timing. When many of you are on the roads, you're going to need some extra time to get to work or school tomorrow morning. That continues through the morning. And look at this. By afternoon, as the rain comes to an end, we are in the mid-50s, and we could actually hit the low 60s on Saturday on your Window Nation extended forecast. Sunday as well, mild, with finally some rain and snow chances by the end of next week. Stay with us. Sports coming up next.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now, the Kia of Bedford and Hyundai of Bedford Sports Report.
Hi, everybody. We got a chance to sit and meet the Browns' new defensive coordinator, Greg Williams, today. I would advise the Browns' defensive players to play with fury and fire next year, or they will not play at all. Williams brought it to Berea today, describing what he wants from his team. Impeccable competitiveness. That's what he wants, sideline to sideline. I talked to him one-on-one today. Here's his simple philosophy of defense.
I coach a defense that is find ball, see ball, get ball. And the job is get the ball. That's what scores points for the other offense. That's what makes first downs for the other offense. So why can't we get it to let our offense go?
There you go. You can catch my entire interview with him coming up Sunday night on Sports Tonight. The Browns made it official today. Here are the assistant coaches and the offensive line coach that have been added to the coaching staff. ESPN's Mel Kiper released his first mock draft today. And at number 1, he has the Browns taking Texas A&M defensive end Myles Garrett. I would agree with him on that, especially with Greg Williams and the way he wants to play. Garrett had 32.5 sacks in his college career. At number 12, he has the Browns taking a running back, which is a surprise. Dalvin Cook out of Florida State, a terrific player. But I think the Browns are very excited with Isaiah Crowell and Duke Johnson. So that pick surprises me a bit. Cavs getting ready to tip off against the Suns over at the Q. It tips at 7. No tip for Kevin Love. Sore back, so he's going to sit it out tonight. Now, here are the numbers going into the game tonight. The Cavs are the best team in the East. The Suns are the worst team in the West. That's enough data for us. Channel 3 Sports projecting a Cavaliers victory tonight. The NBA All-Star Game is coming up in New Orleans on Sunday, February 19th. The starters, their names will be released tonight. And the big three could all make it in. LeBron James certainly going to be there, as LeBron is averaging over 25 points a game. He's been an All-Star MVP 2006, 2008. Kyrie Irving this year averaging close to 24 points per game, a 3-time NBA All-Star. He won the MVP back in 2014. He should start. Kevin Love is right there. He'll probably be named, if not a starter. 3-time NBA All-Star. He started in the game in 2014 when he was with Minnesota. Indians news coming for you right now. 24 days away until pitchers and catchers get together out in Goodyear, Arizona. Now, this is an old segment, but it never gets too old. It's important Indians news and notes. April 3rd, this opens up in Texas against the Rangers. April 11th, home opener here against the White Sox. Start time 4:10. We have 4 games here on Channel 3 coming up this year. Weeknight home games again in April and May will start a little bit after 6 o'clock, and the Indians will play 6 games on national television. And then, of course, the playoffs and, of course, the World Series.
And of course,
after
you
that.
were commenting, we like it when Channel 3 Sports goes out on a limb and makes
Absolutely.
projections like you
Well, there
did
were 2
tonight.
projections tonight. And again, that projection to anyone that plays on the Browns defense, step it up or you will not be a Brown anymore.
Get ball.
See ball.
See ball.
Find it.
Get ball. Jimmy, thank you.
You got it.
And thank you for watching. Jimmy and Greg back tonight at 7 o'clock.
The NBC Nightly News is next.